My beautiful dragon family, hello, and welcome to this first dragon day, dragon oracle, dragon transmission from a new place, a place my soul knows very well, a place maybe your soul also knows. The Mayan lands in Guatemala. I will put an image of the map here of where I am so you can feel the geography of it a little bit, the grid a little bit deeper. I really pray that you get out of this what you are meant to. I'm not gonna be perfect anymore. I'm not gonna, focus so much on those things like perfect sound or perfect backgrounds or anything that has to do with curating perfection. Because if there's anything I've been learning on the go on this journey, the journey of the dragon, it's that imperfections are beautiful, imperfections are real. And this is where I'm living as of a few days. This is the spot. Flores is just across the water. It's an island, and it means flowers in Spanish, flores. And I happen to be on the peninsula around this lake, in the village called San Miguel, which means Saint Michael. But really, to me, San Miguel is always associated with Archangel Michael, which you may know is one of my main guides, one of my main angels. It's been for a long time. So I'm going to actually ask you to just drop into your heart for a few moments with me as we invoke the land where I am. San Miguel, Petén Itzá, Guatemala, in Centro America. And I'm asking for permission of the highest dragon frequency, the highest caliber, the highest councils, the highest akakash from the waters here in this beautiful lake, to provide this dragon community with messages on this dragon day. So this is my first dragon day in Maya time on not only the sacred waters, but in this country of Guatemala, which is worlds different from LA. Worlds upon worlds upon worlds different from where I've been for the last nearly 11 months. So I pray that, and I intend that, the dragons rain down on us today, on this day of Kan, 2 Kan to be exact. So Kan in the Maya time represents the teacher, spiritual teacher, someone of spiritual wisdom and authority. This isn't just your, I did a shaman course and now I'm certified. This is like life experience, serpentine dragon wisdom. Wisdom with blood, sweat, and tears. Wisdom through navigating the fucking karma that can provide us with a lot of life experience and experiential wisdom, gifts along the way, along the journey. So yeah, let's just take a breath there. Serpentine wisdom and dragon wisdom in the Mayan lands has a very beautiful flair that, let's say, the US doesn't have, or has a different spin, or Europe even doesn't quite have the energy here. The energy of serpent and dragon in these lands, and this is coming through right now, so I'm not even thinking about speaking. I am speaking as a channel. And everything that I say is actually frequency. It's actually files and zip files of remembrance for you. So I want you to feel the frequencies more than anything. If you get something out of the words also, and the wisdom, that's great too. But you could even fall asleep to this. You could even be lullabied by my voice and then just wake up and be like, what happened? And that's your calibration on this Tukan day. But yes, we're picking dragon cards. I have 4 different decks, 5 different decks perhaps, that I would like to explore themes with you about. And also, again, I will just be bringing messages through from the land, from the dragons, from the serpents, from the shamanic energies of the highest caliber, alchemized. I'm talking about shamans that give a fuck about the light, shamans that have been leaving clues behind, guiding us to get to these places and spaces where we truly reclaim our power. And with power comes responsibility, with power comes grace in my world, in my dragon realms. So we're also going to speak to the dragon and the serpent energy as an energy of power. Kan days are days of power, days to embrace your power. So I'm going to show you one of the cards that came out, Asclepius. Asclepius is the energy of alchemical power, medicinal serpent dragon power, Kundalini. And I'm loving the green and the purple here. To me, that is a union, an inner union of the heart energies and the crown energies. The earthy, green, natural world energies, tones, and kind of the otherworldly or regal tones of purple realms, of purple beings, of purple-blooded beings and purple-skinned beings in the cosmos, in the greater cosmos, including purple dragons. It's beautiful because I'm actually wearing purple, and I've been really tuning into the purple energy through crown activations, through my Syrian self, my water selves. So here I am inviting you to invite more purple energy into your life, more purple light, more purple regality. We have the dynamic duo. They're like the tiniest dogs ever, living next door to me, and they're guardians. They think they're fierce. They probably are fierce. Yeah. Enjoy the natural sounds of Guatemala, you guys. You ain't gonna get this in the city. You're gonna get these bird sounds, these wind sounds, sounds of the boats traveling on the waters, reminding us how we used to travel on water. how we used to be so connected and linked, island to island, country to country, people to people by the waters. And yes, where was I? So purple energy. To that I will add that there is a regality that is coming back to the dragon guardians that are in human form right now. Human dragon, full spectrum experience, life experience here, where we get to be multidimensional and shift into, well, today I'm the dragon because it's the dragon day. Or today I'm the dragon because I need to teach about dragon energy, or I choose to teach and express themes related to dragon realms. Yeah, so we're shapeshifters. We're multidimensional. We get to show up as we choose. Some days it's more human. Some days it's like 80% human, 20% dragon. Some days it's 30% human, 70% dragon. Some days it's 100% dragon, and you're in a medicine journey and you're like, fuck the world, I need to be the dragon today. I need to go all in and bring the medicinal pieces back for myself, for integration, for my community, for the places that I move my energy through. So for me, being in this country is so much more to me than just travel, so much more to me than just a new experience. Yes, it can be those things as well. And it's also very much about presence. It's also very much about taking my energy, my sacred energy, with me everywhere I go. If I'm having breakfast, if I'm laying in a hammock, if I'm waiting for my boat, if I'm talking to a stranger, if I'm ordering coffee, to the host that's hosting me in her home, who's renting me this apartment. You're gonna start to really see that you are a soul guardian, you are a dragon in a human body, and that your presence is holy. Your presence brings so many gifts to the places that you take your body. I'm gonna say that again. Your presence brings so many blessings to the places where you take your body. So your body is physical, your body is material, your body is the human vessel, it's the vehicle. It's amazing what this body can do. And I'm getting this image of like jumping into the water, and then your body is gifting the water with memory. Your waters are mixing with the waters of all. And you're leaving seeds, you're leaving the serpent wisdom, you're leaving the serpent path, the dragon path, the revelations, the triumphs, the challenges that you alchemize, you're leaving them in the waters for the people that are just traveling for tourism, for the people that are just traveling to see something new, to have an experience, you know, very much on the 3D level. So I'm going to show you these two cards. We have balance and harmony. We have the 1 and the 2. Balance and harmony, as I harmonize with the wind here, as I harmonize with the heat, as I harmonize with you, with my dragon community, whenever you're tuning into this, be it a dragon day, be it 2024, be it much later if this ever makes it public to YouTube. This is like a time capsule. This is a moment in time, because we're time travelers, right? Because we are incredible multidimensional beings who've had other lives, who will have other lives in the future, who have parallel versions of ourselves. There's a parallel Ariana who's not sitting on this chair. Instead, she recorded the video in the hammock. There's another Ariana that's not in Guatemala. She's actually in Europe right now, April 2024. I'm playing with you here. I'm playing with you because these are pieces that have been coming in so strongly from the galactic dragons. The galactic dragons they're lit here. They are lit, L-I-T, here in Guatemala, in Mayan lands, especially in the north. I'm in the very north of the country. I'm very close to the Caribbean. I'm very close to parts of Mexico, Mayan lands, the most southern Mayan lands of the Yucatan Peninsula, where I have blood relation, where I have ancestry, where I have remembrance also, because my first serpentine solo journey was to those Mayan lands 9 years ago now. 9 years ago, almost. We're kind of traveling right now. We're kind of time traveling ourselves in this wrapping up of the 444 codes that I've been moving through, that many of us have been moving through. Very Syrian, very watery in nature, very, very high dimensional. That purple energy, that medicine, that soul guardianship energy. We're cycling ourselves to actually meet ourselves, past versions of ourselves, and make peace with anything that we haven't been able to alchemize yet. Any poisons, any stories, any distortions, any depression, just like dragging energy, dragging us down, keeping us looped. Any of those stories, timelines, versions of us. We're making peace with all of that now. And more than peace, we're bringing grace to those versions of us, to those timelines, to those lifetimes even. Past lifetimes, parallel lifetimes, future lifetimes. Fractals of this reality. I've been watching a lot of Star Trek. I really hope that this is just like interesting, or again that it puts you to sleep like a lullaby, because my intention is to help you expand. My intention is to harmonize your energy to the place where I am, because there's a reason I'm transmitting this from here. There's a reason this amount of power is coming through, this amount of out there, like out there in the stars, information is coming through. And I know you can handle it. Even if it's a little bit like confusing to the mind, let it confuse you and laugh, right? Like that didn't really make sense, but somehow I still dig it. Somehow I know I'm receiving what I need to receive. So we are harmonizing. You might also want to wear pink. I'm wearing pink. I'm purple today, right now for this video. Wasn't wearing this before. Pink and purple, green and purple, lots of heart, lots of crown, chakra pieces coming together. And I'm gonna just pick one Star Dragon Oracle because I do want to get to other decks, and I want to give you the messages that are for you. Okay, so we have Hercules, the hero, the dragon of challenge, standing up for your rights. What I feel with this, what I feel to share with this is the hero, the hero, the hero, being the hero of your story. Being the hero of your story. Imagine that you are on an amazing quest, and really, you know, you're gonna see some monsters along the way. That's life. That's just right now the reality of Earth. You're gonna see some scary reflections, right? In other people, mainly in relationships, mainly in the energy of two. We are on the day 2 Khan. And the Mayan daykeeper, who happens to be British, that I connect with his medicine in keeping the days of the Mayan calendar, he says that the tone too is very binary. This or that. It's like polarized, right? It's one or the other. Or even, I would even say, one against the other, right? So with the energy of challenge, when I bring up Hercules, when I say there's a monster on the other side, or when I say the hero, well, we think there must be a villain, right? That polar energy. This is something that we have to review today. We're being asked to review this because we don't have to live in binary absolutes anymore. We don't have to live in polar absolutes anymore. Anything is possible now. We've kind of come to a point where what I've realized with all the 4 energy is that things are better in 4s. Things are great in 3s. Things are pretty good in 1 also. I don't know about that 2. I don't know about that dance with just the 2 energy. Me opposite you. Me against you. You against someone else, right? I feel like I've graduated out of that. And this is why it's interesting. It's a very strange way to speak about what I've been feeling today, but I've been making peace with enemies in my life today. And over the past couple days, because I've been writing a lot about the dragon journey, about my past, about people that have left my life, people that my own source, my own God source, inner self, dragon self, the creator being that I am, told me I needed to step away, move away, release, let go, move on from certain people. And there were many, many woundings along the way every time that would happen, because apparently it was a pattern. It was a pattern. In Spanish we call it patrón. A pattern is a patrón. And patrón is similar energy to like an owner, kind of. Or a boss is tu patrón. So, yeah, a boss. So, a pattern and a boss, something that kind of rules over you. Patterns that you just can't get out of, transcend through, alchemize. They can keep us pretty stuck, pretty stagnant. We need to alchemize them. We need to move the energy. We need to invite the dragon healer within, Asclepius, Ophiuchus. The moon is in Ophiuchus as I am recording this today. Ophiuchus is the dragon rider, the serpent bearer. How is it all lining up? How is it all lining up? Because we live in a perfect universe. Imperfections even are perfect. Mistakes, adversaries, challengers, enemies are even perfect to our dragon journey, because they make us strong, they make us practically invincible. The hero of our own story, the hero of our film, our movie. You wouldn't have a Luke Skywalker without the Darth Vader. You wouldn't have the Luke Skywalker without the fucking evil empire, right? He is a hero in that Star Wars series because of the other, because of the mirror, right? Because of the polar story or polar energy. So there is a perfection. I don't actually know if I cleared these cards, but I feel I am pure enough that Even when I don't clear the cards, like the intention was already set for the highest, the greatest, the alchemized messages. So the highest. So what actually came out was the Sun card with two little naked babies and a little baby dragon that they're playing with in the field of sunflowers. The Sun card is gonna be big for this next cycle, for the month that you are watching this. It's the month that is to come. So right now I'm filming this in April, so it will be the month of May. If you're watching this at another time, it's the month that is gonna follow, or the cycle that is gonna follow the month or cycle you are in is going to be your solar sun cycle of your dragon journey, of the year of the dragon. When I'm recording this, it's the year of the dragon. Why wouldn't we have the card of the sun, the card of the shine, the card of power, personal power, solar power, gut power? I gotta show you. Jaguar power. Yes. So, I'm in the lands of the Jaguar. I have a new Jaguar in this beautiful wood, as it is the year of wood dragon, but I got my little wood Jaguar who is going to accompany me to all of the sacred temples in this region. And really just on the whole journey, I feel like this is has been one of my totems for some time, and I love that the Mayan lands, they just right away, like day 2 of being here, they were like, start bringing the Jaguar into the material, right? Start bringing the shamanic energy into the material. Start bringing your dragon energy, the crown energy, into the material, all the way down to your root, through the heart. Make sure it passes through the heart first. Because anything that we do from the heart, anything that we do with love and authenticity, the authentic dragon heart, the authentic dragon story, the authentic hero or heroine story, not the one that is cookie cutter or copying anybody else's journey online. 2 major arcana already. There are 78 cards in this dragon tarot, and you have the sun and strength. So I'm just gonna stop there from the tarot. There's nothing else we need to know. The strength card in any other tarot is associated with the lion. In this case, you have the 2 most lion energies. You have the sun, rules the constellation of Leo, the lions. And you have the lion, which in this deck is a dragon. And I was talking about the big cat, the jaguar, which is basically, sorry about that noise, that happens from time to time. So the jaguar is basically the equivalent, if not right there, like a mirror energy of the lion of the Mayan lands. In the Americas, it would be the puma or the mountain lion, like North America. In South America, it would be the puma, not the lion, not the jaguar. But can you see kind of what I'm getting at here? All this big cat energy, this big solar plexus, sacral power, will, divinity, because this is your soul's path to step into this power, to step into the only real role that you have to step into is the authentic role, the light that you actually are, the sun that you actually are, the heat that you actually are, the frequency that this planet needs. Because you light up others, because you light up wherever you are from an authentic, true place, even if all you're doing right now, perhaps, is going to a 9-to-5, or even if the main thing that you're focusing on is family, or your home, or your health, or whatever it may be, your partnership. it doesn't matter. Woo! Another dragon cards. Hold on. Wind is picking up. Alright, so nothing is an accident. The wind blew a few cards all the way over there and I went to go pick them up. So we have a Magdalene card, which I wasn't gonna pick any Magdalene cards. I had them here, but I wasn't feeling it. And then we got one more Dragon Tarot, the Eight of Swords. These are both sword energy. These are both energies of a little bit of that finality energy, right? Like the cutting. Except that the Magdalene card is she's cutting with a feather, the feather of Mat, the Egyptian goddess of truth, balance and harmony. So we have the dragon cards, balance and harmony. We have the feather, the white feather, a very pure feather, a pure energy, a pure frequency of truth. And the number 44, which I was speaking about, 444. There's only a few days left in the month of 4 when I am recording this, and you have the message, the truth is revealed, revelation. Revelation reminds me of the Bible. The final book of the Bible. Maybe this is the final book of your Bible, the final book of your hero or heroine story up until this point. And what I'm getting with this card of the Eight of Swords is that in order for you to complete this book and begin the new one, where you are the dragon through and through, or you are the jaguar, or you are the lion or the lioness or the big cat of your choice, you have to stop playing the victim. You have to graduate from the two energy, one against another. You have to graduate out of that binary, it's this or that energy. Which is funny because we can give new meaning to the number 2 if we so choose. We can give new meaning to the number 0 or the number 1 or the number 8. Just because there's a collective agreement right now on what each number means doesn't mean you can't give it your own spin. So 8 of Swords, what does the 8 mean to you? I'm not going to say anything else, but what does the number 8 mean to you? What's the first thing you think of? What's the first thing you feel when I say 8? That is your message. 4 makes 8. There's something happening with the 8. It could be around the 8th month of the year. Even if you're catching this at some future time and you're like, well, when is that? I'm talking about the month of August. The 8th month. Something big is going to happen in that month. Perhaps in and around Lionsgate, 8/8. There's a reason we have all these solar energies. We have the strength energy, which is the energy usually of a lion. So be gentle on yourself if you don't have all the answers. You haven't figured it all out. Who gives a shit? Like, I'm gonna do a little bit of a clearing right now. Get out of victim mentality. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to be a perfect dragon. You don't have to be a perfect human. Just be the person, the dynamic, the magnificent, the incredible human and dragon and lion and big cat that you are right now. And let everything else fall away. Especially your own expectation of where you should be. Like your own self-sabotaging timeline or loop, I should say time loop that you're stuck in, that you may have been stuck in, that you're coming out of now with this activation, because the dragons are like, nuh-uh, get out of that loop. Remember who you are. The Lion King. Remember who you are. Simba or whoever you are. Remember. And I'm gonna provide a little bit of selenite. And actually the sun is almost setting, so we also have beautiful solar frequencies right here. providing you with the white light of purity, the white light of Christ consciousness, Christ Sophia. This is like a little slice of purity, a little slice of the pie, the divine source, creator, energy that becomes all of these different individual beings. Source decided to experience itself through our individuated incarnations on earth, as well as all of the other emanations of life, physical and non-physical, everywhere else in the cosmos. Isn't that magnificent? Doesn't that blow your mind? Doesn't that blow your heart wide open? I really, really hope you feel what I'm feeling, because I feel something huge. I'm so glad I pressed record. I'm so glad I'm here with you, and that we're really in this soul fractal together, this soul family. I have a very special tarot deck, fairly new, and I would love to choose. Hold on, I have a couple of these cards on my altar, so I'm actually gonna go get them. I want this deck to be complete for us. Alright, I'm back. If you can believe it, there were 4 cards on my altar. There's that 4 again. I want you to just take your energy, bring lucidity, look at your heart through your higher self, through the dragon eye. So like the third eye of the dragon, or the third eye of the lion, or the third eye of the jaguar. I just would love for it to be a higher eye and an inner eye. So look at your heart right now. What color are you feeling? What color are you seeing, perceiving, smelling, tasting? Yeah, dragons have a lot of gifts. We can smell color. Like when we used to use those not crayons, those markers that were like scratch and sniff. So you would color with purple and it would smell like grape. Dragons have these gifts, guys. To taste elements. Like I can taste the wind. I can feel in my gut the fire when I light a candle in my room on my altar. So from your heart, whatever you've been seeing and feeling and perceiving, I would like you to now just take your lucidity down into your gut, your solar plexus. See if you get a color, a tone, a word, maybe just a feeling. Maybe an animal totem. Maybe this is where you get your big cat. Which is the cat that you are perceiving here, if there is one. And if you want to share with me in the comments, I would love to know. What's in your solar plexus? 222 when I said that. I want to know. I'm curious. And from here, take your lucidity one final place down into your belly, into your waters, into your sacral, and same thing. What do you feel? What do you smell? What do you perceive? Is there a vision here? Is there a vision or a sigil? An image? A person? Is there a person in your waters? maybe somebody's face, somebody that's important to you. Yeah, so just take a couple of moments and then I will share the cards. I picked one card for each location and I'm going to share with you what messages are coming through. And just breathe and enjoy the wind and the heat of Guatemala. There's a beautiful card, I've already flipped it over, for your heart story. Celebration, the 4 of light codes, which is the 4 of wands. And I want to show you the image, the colors. It's like an epic sunset or even an epic yeah, like cocktail. We have some purples, pinks, orange, yellow. Celebration. This is the card about like home, family, tribe. Celebrating that you've made it. I see the lotus. I see a lot of energy of femininity, like shapely, like boobs, breasts, hips, dragon wings. I see all of these things in this card. So perhaps you're gonna have a pretty beautiful experience in community where women and men are coming together and they're just sharing more of themselves, more of their fire, more of their light. Remember, light codes, but remember wands traditionally is associated with fire. So this is also that energy around, like what I was saying about the sun in the month of 5, the month of May, or the next month after you're watching this. Around Beltane, around 5/5 for some of you. Perhaps you need to go to a celebration where there is going to be the opportunity to meet other like-minded and like-hearted people. People that are much more free in their heart space, much more free from those stories that I was saying, you know, where the 2 becomes the 4. So it's not one against the other, it's like it's the 4 of us having a party, having a celebration. At least 4, could be many, many more. Now for the solar plexus, you received 1 up from the 4, you have the 5 of light codes. Harmony in adversity. So here's the word harmony again. How many other ways, how many other messages do we need to receive about harmony? And I love it because the main overarching guides that I feel for this reading, this transmission, besides the dragons and the serpents and the Maya collective, the ascended Maya collective from these lands, the big cats in all of the cosmos, especially from the constellation of Lyra, you also are getting a calibration from Lady or Goddess Ma'at in the Egyptian pantheon and Archangel Michael. These are the 2, for me, the 2 top guides in relation to harmony. And Magdalene is saying, don't forget me. So Magdalene as well. With her harmony of femininity, her harmony of softness, her harmony of celebration. Celebrating the Christed energy in all of us in this grid. And all of us on this planet. In human form and also in many other forms. but the Christed energy exists in our families, right? All of the other families on Earth that collectively make up this planet. And the final card for your sacral is Angel Light. 9 of activations. And what I would like to do is just look up and read a little bit about this card for you. So this would be 9 of Swords, if I'm not mistaken. 9 of activations. Let me just double check. Angel light. All right, so just tune into your heart. This is going to be the final oracle message, and then I might just do a mini little sound piece, short and sweet. Anchoring light. You may be feeling worried about a situation. Consider how much of your concern is projected fear and what is actually true. Quiet your mind and do not be hard on yourself. The light from the angels shines on you, inviting you to get out of your head. It questions how much of what you might be feeling is truly happening and how much is a projection of stories. Galactic stories, other timeline, parallel timeline, past versions of you that don't even care anymore about all of those battles that you fought and all those adversaries that you had. You're so beyond that. You're so literally transcended from that. Are you diluting your power and energy by getting caught in a cascade of doubts and questioning? Are you unable to see straight because you are concerned things will turn out the same way that they have in the past? I'm not going to read anymore. I feel like that's enough. So, sacral. This was the card for the sacral waters. And obviously our sacral has to do very, very much with relationships. With the energy of 2. And you're healing from the 2. There's no other way I can say it. You're healing from the 2. You're about to graduate from the 2. There's nothing wrong with the 2. If you still like the number 2, I still like the number 2. I love the number 22 and 222, and I love it. And yet, we can flip the switch. We can recalibrate what the 2 means to us. And I think the 2, for you, is going to be a journey. You get to decide, what is the 2 going to become? Is it going to become the 4? Is it going to become the 8? Is it going to stay the 2, but you've transcended that opposition and that binary this or that and nothing else, him or me, you know, I win and therefore you lose? What if it's I win and you win, even if we go our separate ways? What if it's we all win in the end, no matter what happens, because all the imperfect things are actually perfect, as I already said at the beginning, because they made you strong, because they gave you the power or the privilege to step up into the power, into the remembrance of your power. I'm going to leave it there. That's the oracle. This is the transmission. I'm blessing you from Guatemala. I am rattling you one final time and showing you the anaconda bones and the citrine. Also the volcanic, like these remind me of volcanoes, also of the solar energy I was talking about. These are made in Guate. This is from Peru, this is from Colombia. May you just receive all the fire and the love and the medicine of the Americas wherever you are. From my dragon, from my human, May we rise, and may we remember how blessed we are, how strong we are, how capable we are. Taking a few final breaths, and what I want you to do is release the doubt, the worry, the fear, the shame, the guilt. Free yourself from the loops, the mind loops mainly. There's some heart loops as well. There's some fruit loops as well, if you get that one. I don't know, I just feel like I'm on fire today. Like I don't need to be anyone other than I am. I'm so ready to just show up in all of my facets to help you show up in your truest, most beautiful facets. Relax into the breath. And on the last breath, I want us to breathe in together and breathe out a lion's breath to close this transmission. So you're going to take a deep breath in. On the out breath, tongue to the chin. And I want to see your claws or your paws. We're going to do 3. That was 1. Breathe in. Breathe out. Ooh, that second one was hard. I feel like third time, this is gonna be the strongest one. Some of you need to drink water after this, including me. Breathe in all of your power in your in-breath. Hold it at the top, don't breathe it out. Remember you are the dragon, remember you are the jaguar, remember you are the lion, remember you are the big cat, remember who the fuck you are. I love you. Breathe out your lion's breath now.